So to fill in the blanks, Jack's missing 6 years were spent as one of these creatures, because these creatures switch minds with their hosts. Pomona? It's a very nice switch here at the ending. At the start, we simply saw Jack for what he was from the human perspective, from the sane, rational mind. But here we see Jack from his perspective, the reality of why he committed suicide. We also recognize the elder sign on the floor. I now walk in the shadows between worlds. It's here that I finally glimpse what lives in the dark corners of the earth.
Mr. Walters? Mr. Walters! Can you hear me? Mr. Walters? Mr. Walters! Mr. Walters! Mr. Walters, hold on, Mr. Walters.
He's convulsing. We're losing him.
Mr. Walters? Can you hear me, Mr. Walters?
Check his pulse.
Oh right, we get to read the journal entry. Suicide note. Yeah, like he really bothered to write one. No, I guess he would have. Never mind. Now at my end, I can fully sleep. My last case opened to me a new fear, a real fear, a fear of myself, of what I am, and of what I've always been. All that I was is now lost. Hope, purpose, pleasure, all meaningless. I now walk in the shadows between worlds, and it is there I have finally glimpsed upon what lives in the dark corners of the earth. Rank D, percent completion 97%. You can go ahead and look at my stats if you want. I'll glance over them more myself. So the secret ending includes another, like, 10-second clip that sort of tries to explain that Jack's father was also possessed by one of the race of Yith, and the possession occurred during Jack's conception, so that makes Jack part Yith, or Yithian if you prefer that term. It's a pretty BS explanation, but it was still a cool enough idea. Let's see, 97% completion. Probably all I missed was saving some of the guys on the Urania. That should have been all I missed. Time, 6 hours and 28 minutes. Not counting the number of deaths, not counting who knows what else. Blood loss medium. Mental condition, nut job. I'm pretty sure nut job's pretty standard for mental condition. I'm not sure what all of the different things are. Weapon accuracy, 55%. Headshots, 96. Woohoo. Save mates, 55. Shit. Drug abuse is casual. Normally I don't use morphine as much as I did here. I think like my first playthrough I used it like once and then avoided it entirely. Pretty much its only purpose is for when you have broken limbs. Because Jack will ignore his movement penalty. It should take me back to the menu now. Oh, congratulations, you have unlocked hard. And have achieved a new high score. Wow, like I care. This is actually a new regular Xbox. Well, it's refurbished, but as I think I already mentioned earlier, I traded in my Xbox, or I sold my Xbox to a buddy of mine after I got my 360 because I thought this game worked fine on it, and then I rebought it, an Xbox just for this game because this game is just that good. What more is there to say? Oh hey, credits. Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth, based on the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game from Chaosium, which you should all look into because it's pretty epic. And wow, the music just got a lot louder. And here's a bunch of names we don't care about, even though Troy Tempest is a pretty cool name. Yeah, look into the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Subscribe, rate, and comment. And I don't know, I could apologize in advance if the video quality sucks, because I still haven't converted any of these into uploadable format, and it could end up screwing up entirely. There was that loss of 10 minutes, or 5 to 10 minutes, probably 5 minutes. There was the loss of dialogue early on, and hopefully this LP will give me a handle on how to use EyeTV and how to use my whole setup here, so I can LP something else with a lot less headache. So I know I'm gonna have some headaches over the next few days trying to get this uploaded and stuff. Well, Gaki, did you enjoy Call of Cthulhu? Yeah, I see that monkey grin on your face. Gaki enjoyed being scared out of his mind. As hopefully did all of you. This is an awesome game. If you own an Xbox, I highly recommend picking it up. If you can find a copy, it's like 13 bucks used now at GameStop. As you can see, we unlocked the... Oh, okay, we were doing Private Investigator, Hardened Detective, and Movement Specialist are the other 2 difficulties. I possibly should have turned up the brightness or something. Well, this was Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth for the Xbox. I am Shadow Rift, and I am signing out.